Good afternoon. Earlier this morning, a K-9 unit police service dog was seriously injured during an arrest in the northeast community of Falconridge. At approximately 1:50 a.m. on Sunday, July 30th, 2017, police were called to a break-and-enter at the Grant MacEwan School located at 180 Falshire Drive Northeast. Once on scene, police set up containment and 2 suspects fled from the school. K-9 was deployed, and during a foot chase, one of the suspects produced a knife and stabbed the police service dog. The dog was taken in life-threatening condition to an emergency veterinary hospital and has since been taken into surgery. Both suspects are in police custody, and the offender who stabbed the dog will be detained. I can take your questions now.
Can you tell us how they got in?
Not at this point. It's still part of the investigation, and it's being covered, but I can find out and get back to you.
Can you tell us the ages of the suspects?
They're both young offenders.
They're both young offenders. Can you speak to the potential charges that they might be facing?
All I can say right now at this point, they'll be charged with a break and enter, as well as the offender that stabbed the police service dog is going to be charged under the new section of the Criminal Code, Section 445, which is, it deals with injuring a police animal in the execution of its duties.
Do you know if that's been used yet in Calgary?
I'm not aware if it has or not.
Do you know how, I guess, effective that has been? Can you just comment on that updated criminal code charge? How, I guess, does it act as a deterrent, or have you been appreciative of having that change in the criminal code?
Well, absolutely. The police animals that work for us, they're like our partners, right? So the only thing that I can say that it holds a maximum of a 5-year sentence.
Do we know how often people are, what would you call it, stopped essentially by a dog? Like, how often does the dog actively hold a suspect?
How long it will hold a suspect down?
How often it happens that someone might have had a chance to stab a dog, right? Like in this kind of situation, how often are the dogs actually used to that point?
Our police service dogs are used a lot in the execution of our duties. They're a tool for us, a partner for us, and they're deployed quite often, whether it is doing a search or apprehending a suspect.
Can you tell us a little bit about Jester, the dog that was stabbed, just in terms of how long he's been a service dog for, and just anything else that you might want to share about him?
I know that Jester went to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. He is currently been upgraded to stable. He's up, walking around, and he's back with his owner.
But just in terms of his background, how long has he been part of the K-9 unit for?
I'm not sure. No,
Can you tell us where
I can
the
find
foot
out for you. Sorry?
Where was the foot chase?
It was in the area of the school. Excuse me.
On school property?
It was in the area of the school. I'm not exactly sure if it was on school property, but in the area of 180 Falshire Drive.
How is the K-9 officer doing? I know you have a very special relationship with the dogs. Is it kind of unnerving?
Absolutely. Like I said previously, the K-9s are essentially our partners. So, his partner got stabbed. The K-9 handler I know quite well, and he's taking it pretty hard, but Jester's going to be fine.
Was the young offender injured by the dog?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
I can't say exactly about the injuries. They were minor, and no notification to the province of Alberta was done. The injuries were minor.
So did you have to be taken to hospital, or what happened to him?
I'm not sure.
Do you know where he was? I assume he was bit.
Yes, he was.
And where on him?
I'm not sure.
What were they after? Like, why were they in the school to begin with, you know?
I can't comment on that exactly why they were in there, but they did gain entry into the school.
Where was the dog stabbed? What body part was it, do you know?
In its head.
Sorry?
In its head, yes.
How many times?
Multiple times, but enough that it warranted getting that dog to an emergency veterinary hospital. But thank goodness Jester's going to be fine.
Will he return to service?
Sorry, go ahead.
Is the idea him to return to service, or is this kind of like a career-ending injury?
Unsure at this point, but just like any member of our police service, we're hopeful that he returns to full duty.
I know Quanto's law applies to if a canine unit dog has been killed, but what about severely injured? Do you know anything about possible sentencing when, you know, the dog survives the attack? Is there still repercussions?
I can't comment on that. I'm not too sure what will happen with that. And I am aware of the police service dog in Edmonton, but it'll be interesting to see how this turns out in court.
You mentioned that this is the first time you're using that specific law. Has there been previous incidents where police dogs in Calgary have been injured?
I'm not aware of any. Police service dogs have been injured.
But
You
to
know,
this kind of degree?
the severity, it's very rare.
Can you tell us the time lapse, I guess the sequence of events that happened when the offenders came out was, where were they apprehended? I was told that one tried to get away by a bike and the other one was apprehended by patrol officers. Can you explain that?
It was very brief. The foot chase was very brief, and both offenders were apprehended very close to the scene, almost immediately.
But outside of the school,
Yes.
both were, was one taken down by the patrol officers? Was the one who did not stab the dog, how was he taken?
He was taken in custody by patrol officers, yes.